431, and Kairos' invasion has shattered all major opposition in the tiers. The Younger Realms, the Bastard Tier, the Free Cities. All who defied Kairos lay broken by battle, or bowed in surrender. The two armies of the Overlord, the Disfavored and the Scarlet Chorus, now control our lands.
Okay.
But our will is not yet extinguished. Not entirely. In the Valley of Vendrian's Well, those of us unwilling to bow to Kairos have banded together in defiance.
Oh, I thought...
Violating an oath of surrender from 2 years prior, we have staged a bloody uprising.
I thought you worked for
Murdering the
Kairos.
Disfavored and Scarlet Chorus garrison in a midnight assault.
God damn it.
With their main forces spread across the tiers, the Disfavored and Scarlet Chorus redeploy to Vendrian's Well to crush the resistance. But months pass with no definitive
How do you resist a
battle.
god?
As disagreement and discord paralyze the Archons, we bide our time and wait for our message of insurrection to spread across the tiers.
I don't think that's gonna help.
The Overlord is not amused, and Kairos has one message for the Archons.
The Overlord.
Crush the Oathbreakers.
Crush
or
them
die.
Oathbreakers. Well, fucking
Kairos
get
backs this
murked.
threat with an edict. A magical commandment that can slay all in the valley should the order be ignored. The honor of proclaiming this edict fell to you.
Of course it did.
Sent across the mountains to Vendrian's Well,
I gotta climb some
you
fucking
carry
mountains
the
now.
Overlord's edict to read before the Archons.
Alright. I'm gonna punch some things.
As you finally make your way through the winding mountain passes into the valley, the ground trembles, and Kairos' magic seals the way behind you.
Oh, thanks, Kairos. You locked me in?
trapped
Thanks.
In Vendrian's Well,
Oh,
with
perfect.
Kairos' armies and the Oathbreakers.
Oh,
The
alright.
only way to survive is to fulfill the terms of the Overlord's edict, in any way that you can.
You know, that's... okay. That's one way to motivate a person. Hey, you fucking die if you don't do this thing. Thanks. Thanks, thought we worked together. Fatebringer... Wait, what? Fatebinder, Viper. I presume we've been expecting you. Who the fuck are... Oh, boy. I'm gonna be... Oh. Who is this? Disfavored. Aurora. Kairos, the Overlord, be praised. When I heard the avalanche, I feared the valley was sealed with you on the other side. The disfavored warrior clasped her gauntlet to her breastplate, the traditional salute of her legion. Oh, conversations. Conversations involve you, obviously, and another character, and sometimes additional parties, like other characters, companions. They may have things to say. The choices you make change how the story develops and will build a reputation for your character over time. People in the world will learn of your reputations, good and bad, and respond accordingly. Conversations, your character's attributes and skills and history and gender, as well as decisions made in the conquest, may all open up options for you in dialogue. These options are not necessarily superior to other responses, but give you a wider variety of choices to select from. The manner in which some people respond to your choices depend on the individual's personality and attitude. Alright, conversations. Each character speaks to you will display a banner, everything in a portrait. These banners indicate which faction these characters are allied with. A tooltip on these banners will provide details of how that character feels about you. You will often see the names of important characters and locations displayed in a gold text color. The tooltip and the glossy blah blah blah. Okay. I was hoping Tuon would send the Queen Slayer, if only to see the look on the Oathbreaker's face when they see you in the flesh again. Conquest decision during your service, blah 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 blah. God, like the last minute. Do as I get around to it, really. Wait, I thought I was the... Oh, I am. She's referencing me. Okay. Disfavored. Gain major favor. Okay. So I I gained major favor? I have 0 favor, though. Bearing an edict to Kairos. Do I have a lore of 20? Hum in the air, the glow in the rocks, the avalanche, okay. Can you hear the hum in the air, the glow around the rocks? The avalanche is Kairos' magic. The Overlord has sealed the valley. I gained lore experience? Skill increased. Oh boy, one of your skills gone up in rank. You fucking skills and gain. You accumulate experience. Gaining new experience, increase your skill rank. And you fucking... Your senses seem more than mine, good fate binder. I do not pretend to know much about how such things, but if that was Kairos' magic, then you're here on important business. Well, you don't have to be the Archon of Secrets to guess that you're here to proclaim the edict. What does Kairos have in store for the enemy? 10 years of festering plague, an edict of twisted bones? Yeah, Kairos is gonna fucking kill everybody if we don't do this shit by the... I came bearing an edict of Kairos. Our soldiers will complete their task or die. The edict is levied against us? Her eyes widen in fear, her posture slackens. But the Scarlet Chorus prevents us from taking action. Why would the Overlord punish both of... She clears her throat with a sigh. Forgive me, it's not my place to question. We should have conquered the enemy within weeks of arriving in the valley. The delay reflects poorly on all of us. Yeah, it sure does. If you gain major favor... Gain major wrath. Why would I do that? Subterfuge. Your first instinct is to blame the Scarlet Chorus. No wonder Kairos resorts to an edict to enforce order. Yes, well, her eyes shift to the side. There has indeed been little goodwill between our armies, and you are right. When we act as we do, what choice do we have? Do we give the Overlord? She takes a deep breath and nods and exhales. And you are right. I should not cast blame so freely, especially not when talking to a servant of justice. My apologies. Well, you've traveled a long way. I won't keep you further. I'm sure the Archon will want to hear from you at... Her voice falls silent, her attention snapping eastward with alarm. Did you hear that? More runners. 3rd time this week. The Oathbreakers keep trying to send messengers through the mountains to gather help from outside the valley. She points over the collapsed path. They've arrived, but they're a bit late for that now. Come, let's see these Oathbreakers. A good fight and conversation. Oathbreakers? Oh no. Pausable real-time combat system. I often see manage more than one character at a time. Good idea to pause the game. Real time, so you play out. Choices and stuff. Do the thing. Your character can always perform basic attacks, equip weapons, or fight using their fists. That's what I'm going to do. Characters also have specific abilities. Blah, da, 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 da. All your character's abilities and spells can be accessed and stuff from some kind of menu somewhere. Talent, spells, combos, all kinds of shit. Weapon set. Use ability and left click on the ability icon, etc. All characters in the game, friend or foe, have 5 primary defenses. 4 possible results on any... Okay. So we want to... Do I click on... Okay, so... I'm clicking on Viper, and then these are her abilities. Okay, Palm Strike, Fury Blow, Searing Palm. Alright, so... I guess I right click on it, right? No. Left click on it. There we go. Alright.
Take that! Can't do that.
Do I just...
Sorry, I can't. Can't do that.
Alright, we'll just beat the shit out of him, I guess. This is gonna take a bit. Just let me punch you a couple times here, friend. Searing Palm. Fuck yeah, Searing Palm. That's one down. Let's go along further down the path. Alright, I'm gonna loot him. He's got some stuff on him. I suppose I should go fight this fight. What am I doing? Oh. The avalanche unblocked. Think you could fit through the rubble?
Can't do that.
A boulder. Rock slide hand. Move the boulder. Yeah, alright. I hope that wasn't one of ours. I back to make sure no one makes it out of the valley.
On it.
Palm strike. Don't worry, I got your back.
On it.
There we go. Set him on fire. This guy's got heavy armor though. I don't know if that's gonna be enough.
I got it.
Yeah, you use your flurry of that doesn't really do a whole lot. Oh boy. It's okay. Just keep smacking him. Eventually we'll get him. There we go. Hi, friend. Can I talk to you? Don't bother with me. Go down the pass, Stratress. Soldier clutches his guts once you get entrails in his fingers. You're wounded and it's not trivial. He laughs through his clenched teeth. This but a scratch. I've seen twice. Worse, 10 times over. He doubles over in pain, gagging and shivering. If you let me help you. I said I'm fine. The soldier moans and shakes his head. Graven ash protects. You go on and help the others. Alright, well, good luck. I'm sorry that you're like super fucked up. Can I loot this guy? How do I there we go. No.
Yes.
No, it's not yes. Okay, what's this? Desiccated corpses line the road to victory, etc. That's pleasant.
On the lookout.
No, I keep doing that by accident. I don't mean to do that. I don't mean to be sneaky. It's because I'm used to being a Khajiit. No, I'm just used to sneaking everywhere. Uh-oh, hi. No!
Try and catch me, worm.
Okay. Scarlet Chorus. Young Scarlet Fury weaves around the Viridian Guard. Attackers avoiding their weapons with a fluid grace. She nods to acknowledge you. A breathless enemy soldier passes a glance to her countrymen. This one's crazy. Too much lead in her water. We should cut our losses and turn back.
Harbinger. Still standing after 3 years of war. Come join me in battle once again. We'll show these children how it's done.
Okay. Join the battle. Save something for me. For the realm of Apex, charge! The Verdant Guard level their weapons and advance.
Come at me, grave meat. I got it. I see as the crow flies.
Alright. I didn't even get to use my superpower. It's alright, we'll just beat the shit out of you. Oh. Welcome to the ruins.
I can tell you didn't spend the conquest in a diplomat's tent.
The fighter surveys the fresh corpses and nods with satisfaction.
I'm versed, by the way. But there are more important things to take care of than introductions. Those Vendrian guard we killed didn't come alone.
She gestures to the skirmishers unfolding in the pass below and shaking her head. Alright, join the battle. I'm ready if you are.
Eager. I like that. Before we go, you might search among the remains of our fallen comrades. Wherever they're bound, I doubt they'll miss their boots, much less any rings or any useful iron they might be clutching.
I like you, Verse. I like you. I see your point. Nice and practical.
No reason to pity the fallen. Before long, we might wish we'd joined them here. But at least we'll enjoy heavy pockets and warm clothes. For the voices of Narat!
Fuck yeah. Verse furrows her brow and focuses down on the battle to come. I like you, Verse. Alright. Oh, there they are. Okay. That's quite a few more than we fought earlier. Eyes forward, no looking back. The verdant soldier warrior roars with his phalanx held high and his words largely lost over the din of combat. Queen Slayer, the warrior roars. You've gained the wrath. Okay. Warrior rears his swinging arm as he invectively hisses off his tongue. I've long dreamt of laying claim to your skull. So nice to you to present yourself, okay? You just arrived at camp and they already gave you a title? Impressive. Fuck yeah, Verse. As he signals his men to charge, the sound of chanting rises from the south, drawing his attention. Reinforcements, hurry! Oh. Run down the Oathbreakers. Don't let nobody escape. From the red mob of reinforcements from the south, a blood chanter emerges from the head of the rabble, the ornament crest of her staff pulsating with crimson tones, sigils of magic, and wordlessly moving her mouth. The blood chanter scribes a series of spells into the air. A red glow surrounds the verdant guard warriors as the chanter's magic worms its way into their minds, binding them with rage. Hold position, all of you. You there. Keep to the path. The warrior gestures along the canyon trail, but his soldiers turn their attention to the scarlet chorus, roaring challenges. No, don't engage them. We need to run. His orders falling on deaf ears, the warrior reluctantly readies his weapon. It's too late, motherfucker. You're getting murked. It's time to die. Companion Versus joined your party. Versus capable warrior skilled in both melee range. You acquire companions who need to balance their strengths against that. Strengths of your characters to be successful in combat. Once possible to venture alone, you find a game more rewarding, well-balanced party. There's now 2 characters in your party. Both are selected. Any command issue, both affect party, etc. Control new companions directly, or you can use the AI, etc. AI button. So, yes. Alright, well. If you could, yeah, if you could, do that. There we go. That's good. Now, we'll just, oh boy, this is quite the dilemma, isn't it? Yeah, can you
Sorry, I can't.
Can you Scarlet Chorus guys help us out here? There we go. Sorry, friend. Alright, did we do it? Are we... Oh, look, it's those guys. Come quick. We have a situation on the cliffside. They have the commander. Oh, sounds like a you problem, really. Uh-oh. Still your weapons, or we find out how long a man screams before hitting the ravine down below. Cornered between a precocious drop and a band of angry soldiers, the Oathbreaker warrior holds a disfavored officer at knife point. Skewer him. Don't worry about me. Graven Ash will protect me. The disfavored officer winces, and blood seeping from the seams of his bracers and cuirass. You heard the man. He plainly invited you to use that little blade of yours. What are you waiting for? Permission from your pimp? This blade. With a jerk of the knife, he slices off a clump of Dratus matted hair. If you're so eager to see your ally dead, just step closer. Conquest. Why not kill that disfavored? Nobody. Nobody. Well, you could take the swing at the Queen Slayer. Gain major, gain minor favor. Okay. Athletics. Lower your weapon, then charge forward. Wrestle a knife from him. Gain minor favor. Okay. I guess we'll try athletics. Scarlet Chorus. Okay. Oathbreaker cracks a wide smile as you lower your weapon. That's right. Now the rest of you, drop those weapons. With his attention on the other warriors, you dash forward. He reaches out with his dagger to slay Datrus, but your hand is already on his wrist. In a retching twist, you mangle his hand, dropping a dagger harmlessly to the ground. Disfavored warriors rush forward from either side of you. Tyvel barely manages to strain a gasp before being hacked and impaled upon their swords and spears. Well, sorry, asshole. Kairos be praised. That Oathbreaker fought with the rage of Cairn himself. Dratus slides a trembling hand along his cut on his neck. Thank you, Fatebinder. I thought today was my last. From the look of it, guess they thought if they swarmed the pass, maybe one might make it out. We found a few scraps of parchment on the bodies. Dratrus holds out a handful of crumpled parchments for your inspection. A student of letters such as yourself should be more than able to make sense of this. All training. Teach you how to read. Examine the parchment, sure. Repeating the same passage, same message in different writing. Parchment explains the Verdant Guard's desire to overthrow Kairos Archons and rat their enemies. The armies from the tiers. The pages aren't addressed to any specific reader, but rather openly invites all who remain loyal to the younger realms to gather at the Verdant Well. The recruitment material, they were trying to bring more traitors to the fight. Well, from the look of it, we kept them from slipping out of the valley. Whatever they hope to accomplish, I think their plan died here. The Archons are expecting you. When you're ready, leave by the gate to the southeast and follow the trail down slope for a few hours. You'll see the campfires leagues away. Southeast. Okay. Well, I'm gonna see if there's anything on this body. Anybody want to talk? Any of you guys want to talk? No? Don't you dare. Don't you dare try to loot that body. I can. Wonder if I'll ever see home. Kairos, peace with you. I say slay him. Kill him. Can I talk to you? No? I want to weigh in on this. Can I give my thoughts on this? Can I say, like, hey, you guys totally should kill that guy. Let me loot his body afterward. Even if you kill him, let me loot him. It's only fair. Okay. Horde. Hail Kairos and glory to the voices of Nerat. Scarlet Chorus's soldier nods at you, her brow furrowed in concentration. I take it you're the gopher everyone's talking about. Are you getting the lay of the ruins or just avoiding the Archons? We picked this area clean months ago. All that's left are some old stones and a prize off in the distance. She nods at the towering spire above the citadel. What do you want? Tell me about these ruins. This place used to be an actual fort. When Karn came through, the Archon of Stone pulled down most of the masonry with him. She spits an impressive glob of phlegm. Not sure if it was intentional, but he left that old statue in one piece. It's carved in the likeness of the Queen Lyra. Blah. She scratches the back of her head, smirking. Strangest thing, the statue started crying blood around the time of the war. I like to think we clobbered the Vatican guard so bad that their ancestors could feel it. Uh, is that how you speak to a superior officer? It's how I speak to you, only just arrived in camp and you think you know more about breaking a siege than the rest of us. She huffs and shakes her head. Um, Grip her by the collar. Now you listen to me, bitch. What are you doing? Clutching something in your expression. The soldier's eyes widen. I didn't mean anything by it. I was just prodding to see if you'd balk. Just gonna stare her down. You hold the soldier's unblinking gaze, silently filling the moment with every ounce of command you can muster. I'll shape up. It's fate, Binder. From now on, didn't mean to step beyond my rank, ma'am. She frowns as the words feel unnatural. Glad you had the capacity to see reason. Back to my questions. What do you want to know? What do you know about that spire? I know how to tell time by its shadow, and it hurts my neck if I stare up at it too long. Really, it's no different than the spires in the north. Big, ugly, and inaccessible. It's strange that the Reardon people build their citadel around it, but there's no accounting for taste. Well, goodbye. See you around, I guess. Well, you got something to say? Fate Binder, what an honor to have one of Tunan's court visitors to our humble Holdfest. Need supplies, bursting with energy. The merchant slams palm. You come to the right place. So what'll it be? You gonna buy some shit? Spreads her arms out. I trust you've been granting proper stewardship to the goods you're peddling. You see Fate Binder. The merchant cranes her head to the side, scraping her neck. I think so. I've been handing these bits of scripts. She reaches across the stack of provisions to scroll, but I'm not a woman of letters, numbers, and my strength. You well imagine. Let me see those. Certainly, good Fate Bringer. She hands the scrolls a quizzical expression. A cursory read indicates the merchant is granting the unlimited right to trade in a logistical capacity. When not supporting an active battle, she has the right to trade grain, copper, and olives anywhere in the tiers. When not supporting an active battle. Where did you get these? Harriet Bronze acquired these on my behalf from the Archon agents. I believe her expression with deep concern. Do you see any issue? Do I see an issue? You're with the Scarlet Course. Nah, this all seems in order. Well, naturally, she winks. Just because we fight dirty doesn't mean we trade dirty. Well, most of the time, at least. How's trade? Well, service posting, no profit up there in the pass. That's Heinrich Bronze's orders, but when we march out of the valley, I'm back on my own schedule, and there's no hoping this year will be a good one. Yeah, 2020's fucked. The Overlord forbids the extortion of the path. Good thing, too, because in years past, I'd lose most of my profits. The toll couldn't turn a copper if I tried to haul the distance. Aw, shit, that's crazy. Oh, it's that Aurora chick. Aurora salutes. Fate Binder. Aurora salutes you as you approach. We are honored by your presence. Need something? Not really, no. What's the situation here in Vidden Well? The Oathbreakers hold the citadel at the heart of the valley. The one built around the base of the spire. Aurora points to the tower in the distance. The Manic River has been our largest headache during the siege. It's unsafe for armored troops to ford, save for at key locations, and the enemy knows this as well as we do. I know we'd be a lot further along if the Scarlet Corps used its alleged strength and numbers to ford the river themselves and overwhelm the enemy. Aurora looks at Verse with a disapproving air. As it is, we must take the valley down and advance the disfavored bulkward, since that's where the real work gets done. Ooh, because all it takes is numbers to cross a river under a hail of arrows. If the disfavored were quicker to act, maybe the Verdant Guard wouldn't be so trained up to face us. Aurora is correct. Mm, lore. No, I don't have enough lore. Um, well, Aurora, I'm sorry. I don't really give a shit about you because you're disfavored. So we're going to say verse has a point. There's been a lack of cooperation here. Alright. On both sides, I assure you, I will get nowhere by bickering over the failings of past battles. How long have you been with the disfavored? 7 years, she paused to count on her fingers. 2 seasons, mayhaps, a handful of days. I trained at Fort Resolution, a bit before the conquest. Compared to the commanders you find around camp or stationed at the Iron Hearth, that makes me one of the young bloods. This has been a long and grueling campaign, but the end is in sight. We'll soon have the Oath Breakers back under control. Then we can rest, restrain, and even cycle out troops so that we can see our families again. What can you tell me about the Verdant Guard? They are the last gasp of the younger realms. Among them are warriors that escaped the bastard city siege, a few refugees from other victories, and a bunch of verdant locals with delusions of independence. These southern wastrels cannot match our iron, nor the chorus's numbers. What on Tartarus gave them the nerve to rise up and ask for a second helping of battle is anyone's guess. Seen anything interesting during the war? I once saw a forge-bound artisan set himself on fire, occupational hazard. That was an unpleasant day, the first of many to be honest. I wasn't there to watch you proclaim the Edict of Storms, but I saw the devastation hit Stalwart and take up several cohorts of disfavored with it. She squeezes her eyes shut and shakes her head. Yeah, sorry about that. She taps the gauntlet in the breastplate to lose how. Yeah, I suppose I didn't need to do that. I suppose I could have did something else.
Can't do that.
But that's how things went. I'm sorry. It's in the past. Fatebringer, pleasure to have you join us. We never really know if one to 10 of officers is battle ready until the fight breaks out. Clearly hold your own in a fight. Just favorite salute and thanks Kairos for that. There's been too much talk lately, not enough action. Archon of War is planning the next move. Would you have him hasten his plans for your impatience? The superior officer glowers through the gap in her helm. Never, ma'am. Graven Ash protects and slightly clenched fists. I'm eager to see the Verdant Guard and the defenses. Need something? Why hasn't the siege been resolved? It's because the Scarlet Corps scoffs at the great general's plans and they aren't carrying their weight. They should be using their great numbers to patrol and harass the enemy. If you ask me, I think they're intentionally going easy on the Oathbreakers. She grinds her fist into the palm. Even if they listen to us, they're just capable of following orders. The Scarlet Corps doesn't have a chain of command. Just a ramble of gang bosses cutting each other's throats for advancement. It's kind of why we're in the Scarlet Corps, to be honest. Pissing the disfavored is like a badge of honor. If you don't mind my saying, tell me about the disfavored. We are the proud elite of Gyrus's military strength, selected from the finest northern stock and hammered against the anvil of war. If you want to put that in perspective, the disfavored are a sword forged with care and polished and sharpened to perfection. She clears her throat. The Scarlet Corps is more of a rusty pitchfork, dredged out of the swamps, effective in large numbers but easily outclassed. Wow. Graven Ash protects indeed. What have you survived? In my earliest days, I broke out from the Fallon and Nyx and ran at an enemy, received a spear in my gut for my efforts. It took the better part of an afternoon for the Archon protection to patch me up. Learned a valuable lesson, too. When I was at Azure, I caught a hammer blow to the side of the head. All I remember is ringing sound and feeling my skull shatter from jawline to ear on top. I woke up hours later. Meg says there's a piece of helmet lodged in my brain. She draws herself up. My badge is a reminder. Oh man, we owe it all to the great general. He gives us the strength to fight where others would flee and stand when others would fall. What a pile of shit. They were right about one thing. The disfavored have taken too many blows to the head. She scoffs and crosses her arms. You don't believe in Ash's protection? I believe in it all right, but I don't buy that he's doing anyone a favor. In war, death is a lesson. Survival is its own reward. If Ash protects the soldiers, The weakest of them occupy a space in the phalanx that could be put to better use. Oh, well, I kind of see what you're saying. It's fucked up, but it, I don't care about the disfavored. You may be right. Ash invites weakness into the ranks. You can find it everywhere. These ironclads put on a big show, but I've crept through disfavored camps at night where all you can hear are grown men and women crying in their sleep. Okay. Jesus. Fucking went in hard on these guys. I don't think they were expecting that. Alright, what's going on here? The prisoner says his name's Tarkus Demos. Dirtus lets out a long sigh, tapping his gauntlet finger to his temple. Then I don't think this is a complicated matter. He dies. His family's been driving forces in the Verdant Guard. Killing him should demoralize whatever's left of the Tarkus clan. But we must offer the enemy redemption. Well, save for their inbred nobles. Just ask the Queenslayer. The chanter lets out a hearty chuckle through the incomplete set of teeth. But corpses can't serve the chorus, so while mercy always pains me, it is what the voices of Nerak commands. We'd let you take prisoners, but you can't control them. You send those conscripts out on patrol and they never return. Defected all over again. I can't let this nonsense strategy continue. Well, I insist this Oathbringer be taken to the voices of Nerat, leaving us at an impasse. Fortunately, we have a fate binder here to settle the matter for us. The chanter turns to you, an expectant smile creeping across her face. So what do you say? What should become of this prisoner? Well, we don't want to get wrath with the Scarlet Chorus. Although I can say my conquest thing. The chorus should be allowed its chance to recruit new warriors. This is the sort of nonsense that got us in this mess we're in now. If we keep showing these mongrels mercy, they'll just bite us time and time again. If it will calm your nerves, I assure you this one won't be put on the battlefield. The mage snaps her fingers loudly, gesturing for her gang to listen. Make sure the prisoner is taken straight to the voices of Nerat. I won't keep you here any longer, Fatebinder. I know you have important business in the valley. And salutes you in the breastplate for the glory of Kairos. Alright, well, what was... Alright, they took him away. Can we talk to you? Singing the palm of pain. Sure thing, if you say so.